Hey guys, James here today and welcome back to another Sims 3 house building video. It's been quite a long time since the last one, granted. It's because I've been enjoying The Sims 4. So I actually started this build a number of weeks ago and then left it and then eventually came back to it and I finished it the last couple of days. Now this was supposed to be uploaded the other day, like a day or so ago. Now this is going to be completely irrelevant if you're watching this even a day after I post this, but for those of you watching today, I'll just let you know what was happening. So the last like 3 days there's been really a really bad storm here in Sydney, and basically it knocked out my internet, so I just could not upload. So that was a slight problem and a slight inconvenience. So I just couldn't upload yesterday, so here it is today. So building on a cliff lot next to the original, well, not the original, I guess the first cliff lot in this area. This is lot number 54 in Aluna Island. And this one I wanted to do a garage as well. Oh, actually, the house next door had a carport. Building a garage in this one, like one that's slightly sunken down. What I was messing around with there and all those walls was making sure everything was completely level and I had the right height for walls and the foundation up above. I was just double checking and making sure everything fit together the way I wanted it to, so that I didn't run into any problems later on trying to build on the cliff lot here. So I've obviously leveled out a little space down the bottom there, so that's going to be sort of a lower level for additional rooms. Getting some outdoor decking now as well. I even extended the upper level quite a bit to increase the floor space on the top level as well. So this ends up being, I think it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. It could technically be even 4 or 5 bedrooms if you converted some of the rooms, because one of the rooms is sort of like a library type room, and then the other one, well, you'll see it's a pretty exciting room. So just going through doing all the stuff. I'm doing a similar style to the house next door, just so you know, well, a similar style to the entire island really, so it's all quite cohesive and makes sense really. But of course the same style does not mean the same house, and that's why I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. I'm actually changing the color of the wood here a little bit, making it give it a little bit of a yellow hue, so it looks a little bit sort of older and a little bit dirtier than just pure white. Because as nice as pure white looks, it's not entirely realistic when it comes to a house that hasn't just been built, because stuff doesn't remain white very long, especially if you don't clean it. Having a lot of trouble here just trying to put stairs in, because of course I want stairs to go down to the beach area there, because just across from that road at the bottom is where the beautiful beaches are on Aluna Island, so that'd be kind of convenient if your Sims could just walk straight out to the beach. So I was trying to fit some stairs in there. I'll tell you what, coming back to build in The Sims 3, I think I say this every time, a lot of fun playing around with the creator style tool and being able to pick any color and pattern I want. Absolutely love that, because it just solves one of those annoying things that The Sims 4 has, where half of the stuff just does not match. Creator style tool, how I miss thee. Even though I don't really like using it in Sims 3, not only because it means I actually have to try and match things properly, but it lags a lot. It definitely lags the game a lot. And I guess if they couldn't find a better way to implement it that didn't lag the game in The Sims 4, it's probably for the best that it isn't in the game, but it's still quite annoying. And hopefully we get, I don't know, more color swatches or something in the future in The Sims 4, or just more refined options, because it makes it a little bit difficult from time to time. So taking a leaf out of the house next door's book, building an attic level as well, using the roof to sort of conceal it. I spent quite a bit of time trying to get the roof to look nice. Right now it looks absolutely fugly. Not very nice. But I'm working on it. As you can see, I'm working. Oh, that's too steep. trying to just get a roof that looks, you know, decent and will do the job just fine. Doing my best. But yeah, so building on cliff lots is fun. Been doing a lot of those sort of town center and flat lot style of houses. Well, not recently, but the previous ones I did. So I thought I'd mix it up again and go with another cliff lot, because they are fun to build, albeit a little bit headachy when it comes to trying to figure out certain things, such as, you know, getting the wall heights correct and not messing anything up. But there we go. So we've got the basic shape of the house going on here. Decided to go for a solid foundation on this house because I think the one next door is actually on stilted foundation. Oh, no, it's not actually. I think the rear part is. Oh, well, anyways. Sure, whatever. Choosing a color for the house. I thought I'd just go with a pretty simple... do I actually go with yellow? I can't remember. Yeah, I do. I think I do leave it yellow. I couldn't remember, even though I've been building on it for the last couple of hours before recording. Yeah, I go for yellow because you got the green next door. So I guess the next house will probably be blue or something. Get all the beautiful island colors in there. And that's the attic space up there. I think I did... I can't remember. I should have looked at the house next door. Because I think in the attic space in that one, I also did the master bedroom, which is exactly what I did in this one. Because it just works so well. So yeah, just making sure everything's completely flat because constrained floor elevation can mess certain things up. So I was just making sure that it's all flat and all good to furnish because there's nothing worse than when you're in a house in the Sims 3 and then the walls aren't flat or the floor is uneven and then it just makes placing objects or other walls annoying. Going through and spamming with windows, I actually do reduce the number of windows a little bit later on because there's just far too many, unfortunately. I don't know if that's unfortunate, but there are far too many. But it was just, to get started. So this was the first portion of the build, and then the next part, I believe, I come back about 3 weeks later. Here we are. Oh, you didn't even notice the transition, but here we are about 3 weeks later. A couple days ago, I was doing this. So here we go. Yeah, just trying to figure out the layout. Now, I was thinking in the back of my head, okay, there's a level below, there's a level above. Let's fit the stairs in. And you'll note that I completely forget about the level below, even though it was in the front of my mind. I'm like, hang on, yeah, there's a level below, stairs. Then I forgot completely about it, and you'll note me trying to get them in later. So the upper level, I was just trying to keep it pretty simple. Got a door right at the top of the stairs into the master bedroom. I mean, I didn't have to put a wall or door there to separate it because it's on a different level, but, you might want a little bit of privacy and a little bit of sound separation from the living space down below. We've actually got an interior bathroom there. Now, oh no, there's three bathrooms in this house. 2 bathrooms. No, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Although, like I said, there could be technically 5 bedrooms. As you see, we've got like 3 rooms on this level, 3 separate rooms. 2 of which I make a bedrooms, and then the other one is sort of like an additional living space. But of course, you could convert that into a 4th bedroom, and then you could use another space downstairs for a 5th. So you could have a pretty big family in this little small house, but it's quite interesting. So I've got an interesting floor plan going on here. We've got that bathroom in the middle. I thought it was kind of a cool little sort of feature of the house, having that sort of brick wall in the middle. I actually don't know if I think I changed the bricks later on to wood just to match the rest of the scheme of the house. And a lot of the colors do change. I usually just choose a blank color to put down initially. As you can see, I've done. We've just got those gray walls, but I change that up, make them more colorful later on as well. I just put them down so that it's not just a blank wall, and then I'm going through doing all the lighting. Also, I really did like the look of the floorboards, like the dark color, but then I just felt it was way too dark when I started furnishing it. I was like, this is so dark. For being on a cliff lot right in front of a beach, I feel like it should be a little bit lighter, a little bit more airy than having these sort of rich dark wood floors. So I lightened them up later on. Just going through and painting all the ceilings to a white sort of painted wood to give it, I don't know, a little bit of a beachy vibe to sort of tie in with the rest of the house. Painting the inside of the foundation. If you've ever seen some of my other Sims 3 builds, I like to do this. I like to make the floor tiles black and the walls black in there, so it kind of looks like just like a void, like you shouldn't see in there. I don't know. I think it just to me personally, it makes it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing to my eyes when I do that. So I don't know. That's just what I do. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's why I realized, oh crap, I gotta get stairs in. There's very limited space, as you can see. Like, I've got the stairs down the bottom, and that's pretty much the only place they can go. And I was like, damn, because at this point, I was like, oh my god, this removes an entire room from the house if I put the stairs there. So what I did, put the stairs sideways, because it saved a little bit of space, and then I can still have a small bedroom there, get the stairs in, and have the bathroom in the middle still, and the stairs sort of come up around by the kitchen, which is a little bit interesting, but I think it works in the end when it's sort of all put together. I think it's for the best, really, hopefully. Also, there is a sloped floor tile next to that window I was just placing, with that little fence is at the balcony down the bottom. Did not notice that until I was taking screenshots. I fixed it up though, so it's okay. In case you're noticing that and that was bothering you. I did fix that up. Didn't notice it till I was taking screenshots. So I was like, oh, that's a little bit awkward. I spent an inordinate amount of time trying to pick a floor tile for the garage for some reason. I don't know why. I wanted those ones, but for some reason they had really black lines in between them. And I just couldn't change it. And then I chose other floor tiles. And then I was like, hey, those woods are kind of cool. Even though I was never going to do a wood in the garage. But I was just looking at them because I thought it looked cool. Yeah, so as you can see, still picking a floor for the garage. And I was like, ooh, we could do those dark wood floors. But then I was like, that's even darker. And it just is like, no. Oh, dear. Still going on the garage. I'm still looking in there. I did want to use those. And I was looking at them. I chucked them outside. And I was like, there's no black lines on those tiles when they're outside. I know it's some weird lighting thing indoors. And I end up using them anyways because I kind of like them. Removed that wall covering up the stairs there. And put a fence in instead because I felt like it opened up the space a little bit more, because having that additional brick wall closing in the stairs really just made the space feel smaller, because getting rid of that wall you can sort of see through to the other side where the stairs come up, so it really kind of opened up the space there as well. Just adding on, because I was like, I was going to make that upstairs area a master suite with an ensuite and all that. And I was like, there wasn't any room for a bedroom and a bathroom, so I just tacked on a little extension on the roof there, looking out over the ocean for the bathroom, so that works out quite well. And you see that I changed up some of the colors in the bedrooms, and now I think we're moving into the furnishing. And I got to tell you, furnishing takes so much longer in The Sims 3. Obviously, because it's pretty obviously due to creator style and choosing other patterns, and then just the sheer volume of objects as well in the game. It took me ages to furnish this, and it's not a very big house, and I was just like, when will it end? Because as you guys know, furnishing is not my favorite part in the game, but it has to be done. It's something that just has to be done. So anyways, I was trying to figure out a little configuration for the kitchen that would work well. I originally put the cabinets there, but I was like, because I looked at it, because there's the little gap to get into the kitchen next to the bathroom and next to the bathroom and the outer wall there. It's already a small gap, and when I put those sort of cabinets there and those and the counters in that space, it really just sort of closed it in. And I'm trying to go for like a semi open plan feel in this area, because obviously the kitchen area is separate to the living space, not by a door but sort of by walls. So I didn't want to close it in more by putting those cabinets and counters in there, because it just again made it feel a little bit smaller. Moving them to the back of that room and putting the table there seemed to make a little bit more sense. Now, while I guess it's not ideal for the dining table to be there because you don't get the views out the back, there is, I do add in an outdoor dining table just outside of those French doors later on, so you could go sit outside anyway. So it's not that essential that the dining table be by those doors at the back for a view. At least I didn't think so, and I think that sort of positioning made a little bit more sense than doing it the other way around. And again, spent a lot of time trying to choose a pattern for this little water vase. I was about to say vase and then vase and then, I don't know. I don't even know what it is. A jug. Jug is an easier word. Then I was like, no, the jug looks awful. Let's not use that. Just get the little lemonade, little lemons and glass thing. Yeah, put it on the table because it matches the chairs. Very nice. So doing this bathroom in there, obviously the bathroom has no windows. Doesn't need windows. You can just imagine that has an air vent. I mean, most hotel rooms don't have hotel room bathrooms don't have windows. So why should this? You know, it's just an additional bathroom. You know, a little clothes hamper in there for decoration. That I realized that tap on that sink is really high on the wall, so there's only actually a few mirrors I could place above it without the tap like going through the mirror. Using that little nook there for the sort of little office area. I guess I could have put that in another room, had like a separate office kind of room, but I was like, no, you know what? We'll just put it in the nook. It's just a little study nook. You can go sit there, do your homework on the computer, even though Sims don't do that. But hey, it's not all about what Sims do. It's about what you do. Because you do the voodoo that you do something. Isn't that a song? I think it is. I don't know what the words are. Anyways, just decorating this little entrance area. Getting a little side table with a lamp for extra lighting and a mirror so you can check yourself before you wreck yourself on your way out of the house. A nice little rug to wipe your feet on when you come in, from a hard day out on the island. And I was just spending a long time trying to find something to put on that wall there next to the door. Oh yeah, I know. I couldn't remember if there was a shoe rack in this game. There was. I found it and I put it in. Long story short, that's what happened. Yeah. Mixing up the wall color a little bit here as well. Because, I don't want it bland. It's an islandy location. Let's make it a little bit fun, a little bit vibrant. Nothing wrong with that. It's also something if you really, really despise, you could change. So there's always that. That's what I've always felt like whenever I'm designing sort of houses in The Sims and choosing colors. I'm like, well, at the end of the day, if the color isn't something that you like, it's really not that hard to just change in the game anyway. So it's like, well, I'll just pick something that I think looks decent. And then if you truly despise it, you can just change it. It's simple as that, really. This isn't real life. If you want to, changing a wall color in a home, a little bit harder than just doing it in Sims. So, there's that. So I lightened up the blue a bit on the walls because it was a bit dark for my liking. And I think that the floors in the house now look a lot nicer as well. So that sort of bleached kind of wooden floorboard kind of look. Nice nice light floorboards. And I like that sort of white painted wood as well that I have accented in a few places. And just trying to find some nice plant life to put around the place. Getting the other bathroom in, which has a bathtub. So this is the bathroom. Then the other one has a shower. And I believe the master bedroom's ensuite has a bathtub as well, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it has a shower. Rearranging some of the windows there so I could get a window into that bathroom. I didn't want two bathrooms without windows, especially because that one's a little bit bigger. Now, this bedroom is kind of a little bit different, in a different direction to the actual house. I make it quite dark in some of the colors. I thought, it's a bedroom. Maybe some darker colors would make you feel a little bit warmer. It's a little bit more classy. That was a really poorly constructed sentence. It's a little bit classier. It's a little bit more extravagant than the rest of the house. They want to have a nice room. So I guess this could either be a young adult's room or like a teen's room or something like that. It'd have to be pretty, teen with no personal taste really, because there's nothing really personal in there. But I guess again, at the end of the day, this house is for your Sims. If you want to personalize it, that's what you do. Anyways, just take a drink of water. Just give you a moment. I've been talking for about 18 minutes solid, so just let me. There's some good water. Anyways, doing another bedroom. I don't know why I was looking at double beds to put in there. I was like, ooh, we could do another double bedroom. It's like, no, that's probably not a good idea. Probably not a good idea to squeeze a double bed in there. Because this isn't Sims 4. And you can't put a double bed on a wall and have Sims scoot over. That's actually really cool in Sims 4. How if you put the double bed against a wall, the Sims can scoot over to the other side, so you can still have two people in it. I think that's pretty cool. So doing decorating it as a sort of little girl's room or something like that. Just because I found all these kind of there's so many items that I just didn't know were in the game. Because I had so much store, I don't have any of my store content installed anymore, just because it made the game lag so much. I was like, forget this, let me just get rid of it all. So I only have the expansions. I say only. I only have the expansions and stuff packs installed, so there's no store content or anything like that to worry about. But I've just noticed there's so many items in the game I didn't know existed, and when I was looking through all the kids stuff, and I was like, there's so many cool things in here. And I've just never seen them before. I didn't know there was actual treehouse objects and sand pits and all that kind of stuff. There's just so many cool things that I haven't done in Sims 3. I'm like, what? Where have I been? Where have I been for the past 5 years? Obviously building houses and not playing the game. Well, duh. But I don't know. I've just never seen them before. Yeah. Anyway, so this is the other room I was talking about, where I turned it into a little library area with a sort of chess table. And like I said, that could be turned into an additional bedroom if you needed it, or you could even switch the sort of the child's room with the library room, because maybe that would be better for a bedroom because it's a little bit bigger if you prefer. I don't know. But here we are in the master suite now, up top. I guess it's a little bit of a shame that they don't have a window looking out to the beach and off the cliff. I did realize that when I started furnishing this room. I'm like, that's actually kind of disappointing, really, that they don't have a view out to the beach from their bedroom. But I mean, they have a view from the bathroom, but not from the bedroom, which is a little bit of a shame. But at this point in the build and furnishing, I was like, it's kind of too late to change that. So it's kind of too late to do a major structural change to the house. So I was like, oh, a bit of a shame, but that's just the way it is. You know, not every house can be perfect. And I think that sort of resonates with real life a little bit as well. You know, not everything in real life is perfect. And I feel like we got to respect that in The Sims sometimes. Not everything can be perfect. That's just the way it is. Unfortunately, just going to have to grow up and deal with it. All right? Yeah, look, I made a mistake. Just deal with it, okay? I'm sorry. Anyways, getting some little decorative items in there. Shoe rack. I don't know. Anyways, just putting all these little items in there to decorate it up a little bit. There was kind of a weird little hallway space there that I didn't really know what to do in, so I did those things and those oars on the wall. A little bit of a sofa over there for something. I don't know. Something. I did want to get that giant spa tub in there. Would not fit, unfortunately. So got the bathtub next to the window so you could jump in the bath and have a beautiful view out over to the beach. At least you can view the beach from the bathroom. That's a bonus. I mean, I guess in hindsight, I probably could have just flipped the bedroom area around to where the bathroom is. That would have made sense. I didn't do that, obviously, so, well, there you go. So here we are on the basement level. They're having a ute to drive around. That's vibrant purple color, sort of like a Holden SS ute kind of thing. Typical Aussie vehicle. I'm imagining this as an Australian island. Obviously, I don't know, not obviously. I don't imagine this island as being located anywhere, to be perfectly honest. If it was going to be somewhere, I guess I would probably say, yeah, it could be around Australia. Why not? I mean, they drive on the right-hand side of the road, so that's obviously not ruled by Australia or the UK, so I don't know. It's probably its own island nation. Oh, well, it is because it's Aluna Island. Anyways, here's the other room I was talking about where I said you could make this into a bedroom as well. I made it into like a little band room. I thought it'd be kind of fun to do that. Something different. I don't think I've ever done a house build with like a band room in it. So I was like, hey, that'd be a bit of fun. Something a little bit different. Of course, I put hashtag the wave on the wall. And then I was trying to find something. I wanted to find something that looked like soundproofing. And I was like, oh, hang on. There's that texture right there. So that's awesome. Got a little bit of that sort of soundproofing kind of texture thing. I don't know. And some nice sort of kind of like studio kind of lights on the roof. Not really, but I mean, you know, it's kind of imagining it's like that. And then getting a nice dark rug to put under the instruments so they don't scratch the flooring, and some nice posters up the top to decorate it a little bit. Then we had this sort of, again, this other little small space at the bottom of the stairs, turned it into like a little rumpus area, really, just with a foosball table and a little sofa to sit down on. Nothing too special. I mean, I guess you could turn this into the office area if you wanted, or I don't know. But I use it as a little rumpus space because I thought it kind of made sense. Because this is kind of like a little entertainment level. You have like the band room, and then you have like the little foosball table out there. A little bit of fun, you know, a little bit of crazy fun. I don't know why I said it like that, but apparently I did. Then I found, this is another item I found that I never knew existed. Little nectar rack that has like little sort of, well, nectar, aka wine, has like a little wine rack hanging off the ceiling. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, here we are. Here's the table I was talking about out the back of the kitchen. So if you open those French doors out of the kitchen, you'll come out to this beautiful deck that overlooks the beach area. And then I don't think I've ever used these either. These seats from, what are they from? Some expansion pack. I think it was Showtime, if I'm not mistaken. I just moved the table down here so I wanted to do a different pattern on each cushion to make it a little bit fun. I love that bird one. That fit really well on the cushion. So I used those from Showtime and gave them like a little wicker pattern. So it's kind of like this typical outdoor seating style. I thought it was a little bit of fun. And then we did kind of like a little wraparound one here down on the lower deck. Of course, a beautiful hot tub to enjoy the afternoon sunset. I actually don't know which side of the island the sun sets on. I do not remember. But anyways, here we are sort of moving into the landscaping of the lot now. Still have not noticed that floor tile is uneven that I mentioned at the very beginning. I do fix that after the screenshots though. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I thought I'd do that little kind of retaining wall kind of thing. I thought it looked nice. Made it like a little courtyard kind of area there. Just to sort of, I thought it looked a little bit nicer than just not having a wall there. And then I absolutely litter the lot with rocks and shrubs and foliage. Make it absolutely incredibly lush. And just full of plant life and all that. Even more so than the house next door. I mean, they don't even have that much. This has more. These guys care about their garden a little bit more. You can't complain. So there we go. Just sort of finishing it off with a few palm trees here and there to match the look of the island. And we're about to jump into the screenshots now, where you get a good look at everything in a nice detail. So obviously there's the front of the house. You can see the beautiful ocean behind there at the back. And we're just going to sort of rotate around the house so you can get all the exterior shots here around the side there. You can see the outdoor table outside the kitchen. And they get a nice... You really see the verticality of this house. Like, it is such a tall house. Like, perched on top of that cliff and it goes all the way down the bottom. I think that's really, really cool. There's a sort of outdoor entertainment area down the bottom. And here's the side of the house. The left side of the house. I was trying to think of which side it was. Just another shot of the back there that you can get a nice overall look of it all. And a shot from down the bottom looking up. And you can just see how tall and sort of menacing it kind of looks from there. And let's look out to the ocean. That's from the lower deck that exits from the rumpus area. And there's another shot here of the entertainment space. You'll note that there is no barbecue. These people don't believe in barbecues that live here. But it's up to you. You could put one in, of course, if you really wanted. That's the outdoor dining area. So here we are moving inside the house. That's the entrance there with the little side table and all that. Of course, here's the living space. I think it turned out really, really nice. When I started taking the screenshots, I was like, hey, I actually really like this. Because I wasn't sure when I was doing it. I wasn't really sure of anything. I was just there's a little peek through to the kitchen. Ooh. I wasn't really sure, but I think it turned out really well in the end. I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, just a couple shots of the kitchen here. The kitchen's got quite a strong, like, teal? Is that teal? I mean, it's like a dark teal, almost green. I don't know. Anyways, pretty strong color in the kitchen there. Another few angles of it, and looking over to you can see the study nook over there where the computer is. And I think we get a shot the other way in a moment. There is, of course, the download link to this house is in the description down below. You can click on that, download it from my website or the Sims 3 Exchange, and you can chuck it into your game that way. Make sure that you're using Aluna Island though, because obviously this is a cliff lot, so it's not really going to work in any position. So just make sure you place it in the right location. There's that sort of classy, extravagant room. Here's the child's bedroom. In retrospect, I think I forgot to change the wall color in that room. I probably should have lightened that up a little bit. My bad. I apologize for that. There's a little rumpus area. There's the band room. You get a couple of views of this. A couple of angles, sorry. Not views. There's hashtag the wave on the other side as well. Looking pretty fancy. Just one shot of the garage here, so you can just get an idea of what it looks like in there. Pretty nice, if I do say so myself. Here's the master bedroom up the top. There is a nice view out the window, but to be fair, there will eventually be a house next to it outside of that window, so the view probably won't be as good as that when the house next door is built. But for now, looking pretty good. And here's the angle looking the other way in the bedroom. The master bathroom, which I think looks pretty sweet actually. And here are the floor plan screenshots. So you can see how it's all laid out and where everything is sitting. Of course, download link is in the description down below, as I mentioned before. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time and have an awesome day.